Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and peasants of all ages, when the four swordsmen unsheathed their mighty swords and thrust them so the four tips touch, the commoners drip from the floods of their thunderous power.
Water.
And you can be seen by the world.
Are we short of Stevis?
Yes, we are short a Stevis.
Oh, and we're there. Hey, guys. Hi, Tony. Hi, Seek Truth.
Good to see you guys. STST.
Hello,
Pleasure as
hello.
always.
That's how you gotta say it.
What?
I said it's not STST.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to apologize ahead of time. Tanner and I are both exhausted, so it's going to be an interesting show.
Like usual.
When I was gonna say, when isn't it?
How you doing, little wolf?
Doing better. It's just been one of those kind of weeks where it's like I haven't really felt anything like creative or anything jump out at me, so it's a reason why I haven't put a video out yet. Just nothing jumped out at me to be like, hey, let's make a video on this. And I don't want to force a video out because then, you know, it just wouldn't feel the same.
100% agree.
Yeah, that's fair.
What have you been up to this week, Foe?
Shit ton of work. Ton of homework for my college course. Having some fun with Unirock.
Yeah. I started to listen to a little bit of his Twitter thing, and being honest, I couldn't quite force myself to sit through it yet. So then I got busy this week, but go on.
Yeah. That's about all I've been up to be honest. Mostly just work. I'm about to start something special for Team Skeptic. As soon as Bella gets everything in the mail and sends it to me. And I just got my smoker, so I'm going to be smoking some meat.
Nice.
Just in time for Easter.
Do we get a hint of what you're doing for team?
So, for those of you who don't know, I do a little bit of woodworking and a little bit of epoxy work. And I do a lot of shooting. All three of those are going to be going together into the same project.
Very cool.
I'm going to be filling something with brass casing. It's going to be a word that team says a lot, and then it's going to be filled with epoxy and backlit by LED lights.
Nice.
It's going to be pretty cool.
So, then we got our honorary swordsman
I was gonna
here.
say,
Mr.
is it fail?
Not quite.
I was gonna say, is it fail? Or wait, no, that's a word we say to him a lot. That's right.
That's what he does.
Exactly. It's like team's go-to verb.
But I was gonna say our honorary swordsman Foe is here, or not Foe. You're not honorary.
I mean,
mute donkey.
No,
We got-
I think you had it right. Foe is the honorary one.
Can people hear you mute, or are you just kind of talking in the background without everybody being able to hear you?
Right.
Like I don't know how to do my job. Jeez, what do you guys pay me for? Yeah, everyone can hear me.
Okay.
How's your week been?
It's been.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exhilarating, dude.
Yeah. It's been a week.
It's just, it's been one of those kind of really meh weeks, I think, for a lot of us.
It has. It was this week here where I am. It was like started off kind of cold and dreary, and now it's a gorgeous day out. It's like 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's like looking out the windows and seeing everyone outside. I'm like, I kind of want to be out there. But it's also high pollen season, and my allergies absolutely kill me. So it's one of those where it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't type deal. And then we also have a high fire hazard warning because it's been so dry. This winter here has been massively dry, and we haven't had much moisture, so everything's just crisp out there. But
We could use a little bit of that dryness.
yeah,
Today's the first day that it's been completely dry in about 2 weeks.
damn, be nice.
Nope.
Also, too, if some of you notice, I'm on cam because I moved my computer out permanently into my living room area. I'm getting it's on a temporary desk, but I'll be getting a full desk, so then that way I can actually have one spot that I'm consistently at to be able to be on camera or on live streams or when I do my stuff, so then that way I'm not bouncing around all over the place or in awkward rooms or whatnot. So, yay.
I should actually probably go on camera to test mine for when I'm on Irish Demon stream tonight.
Nice. What are you guys going to be doing or talking about?
We're going to be talking about the trip that Irish Demon's going to be taking to the U.S.
Cool.
He's going to be here for a couple weeks, and then we're eventually going down to Texas, which will be fun. I should be getting my I should be getting ordained through a couple of churches. So I'll become a minister, and then we're going to be going to Kent Hovind's Dinosaur Adventureland or whatever. And we're going to be putting some of the vinyl stickers for his channel up all over his museum, specifically non-stick ones that come off really easy, so we can't they can't get us for defacing property or anything.
Right. Nice. So that sounds exciting. I am so out of it right now. This is crazy. I'm like having a hard time keeping my eyes open. But so hopefully we can keep it moving. We're kind of wearing the same color shirt today. Little Wolf, what color shirt are you wearing? Yeah.
Blue one.
Oh, well. I guess blue will be okay.
Pink is better than blue.
Mine's weird.
I'd
It's
agree.
like
My favorite things are pink.
Do you wear it?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Only when she lets me.
me.
That's great.
Sticky at their facing.
Oh my god. No, that's great. Oh. Has anyone seen anything exciting this week or saw any stupid or have any topics to go on?
I mean, we all watched Godzilla.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was
those
gonna
have been
say we
great.
saw something kind of stupid.
Yeah. That Godzilla versus Kong movie, oi.
Ferocious.
Like every type
I
of conspiracy
liked it.
you have.
It was kind of fun for bits and pieces of it, but it was like, for me, it was just the ending that ruined it.
Yeah. It was kind of a bizarre ending. But it did throw in like every conspiracy you could think of that flat earthers might think about.
Oh, it was
Or at least
bad.
Hollow Earthers.
Yeah, Hollow Earthers and what else? Illuminati 33. All that fun stuff. So,
Watching and Bleach.
yeah. What? People
Surprised
like-
I didn't say injected.
right. People walking around just free willy wherever they wanted to go in like what should be high security places. Yeah.
That actually
Most
isn't
of those
as bad
people-
as you would think.
What's that?
Yeah.
I said, that actually isn't as bad as you would think. If you
Yeah.
if you act like you know what you're doing, most times people won't stop you.
There's a video out there of these, I think it's these two guys, and what they'll do is they'll show how you can get into places for free, like theme parks, movie theaters, all that other stuff.
Mm.
All you have to do is throw on a reflective vest, a safety vest. Put on a safety vest, act like, hold a clipboard or something. They had a ladder at a movie theater one time. So they were just in safety vests, holding a ladder, and just walked right in like they were working on something. They were going to be working on something. Same with like a theme park. I think it was like the where the staff park or something, and they were wearing safety vests, and they just walked right in, and they got to go through this theme park doing everything. I wouldn't recommend people try it, but it's what they did, and it worked.
Yep.
I don't think that would work in most military bases.
No.
But
It'll
you can always
work.
try it.
It'll work to an extent. Like the thing is, and it's kind of sad. I shouldn't say this on the internet, but getting in is the hardest part. If you can find a way through like checkpoints, like as long as you act like you know what you're doing, you're fine. It's getting past the checkpoints that are the hardest part, because those are actually secure.
Yes.
Right.
Once you're on, I mean, then yeah, you can go anywhere you want, basically.
Well, anywhere until there's another checkpoint.
Yeah. Or if you walk onto a company or something like that, walk into a battalion headquarters or something, yeah, you're not gonna. That's not a smart idea.
Yeah.
Reading what Tony Regime wrote, pretty interesting. My dad said that he once walked into the kitchens at Buckingham Palace to see someone who worked there without being stopped or ID'd. That's insane.
I can believe it.
The palace guard are just there for show, basically.
Well, I mean,
they're good at their job. Don't get me wrong.
Well, the thing is, he probably had already passed the palace guard, because once he was into the palace, which you're allowed to get, like going into the different rooms, there's not guards at every different, in all the hallways and stuff like that. So once again, if you act like you know what you're doing and you walk with confidence or whatever, as long as you don't look completely out of place or confused, most people won't stop you. They're busy, they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
They don't know what everybody looks like who's supposed to be there a lot of times, unless it's a smaller area. Now, in smaller areas, it's a lot easier to stop somebody because you're more likely to know everybody that works there.
He also says this was back in the 50s, early 60s. So
yes, Kevin, they will use deadly force when needed.
Yeah.
But they're still mostly ceremonial. They're, like I said, they're good at their job. They know what they're doing. I would not want to mess with any of the royal guards.
Yeah.
And yes, they are regular soldiers as well, but they are in ceremonial garb at the palace for ceremonial reasons.
Well, the ones out front.
The queen is simply a figurehead, not the actual ruler, which is weird because it's one of the only modern countries that actually has a king and queen that don't really do anything. They're just the royal family.
I don't know enough on it all to be talking about it. Well, it's interesting.
Well, they don't have a king.
That's fair. Right now they don't, I believe. Normally they
yet.
Do. So the thing is, as long as Queen Elizabeth is alive, they can't have a king, because a king would automatically be ahead of the queen. Yeah, the king is the highest position, and it's a male only position in the England hierarchy. So if there was a king, they'd be over Queen Elizabeth. So since Queen Elizabeth is the top figure, there can't be a king. So her husband is only a prince. So her son will be the first king they've had in a while.
I didn't realize that the Queen approved all laws passed by the government. That's pretty antiquated.
I got a question for the chat because I'm monitoring our live stream and I keep getting an error saying YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Are you guys seeing buffering out there or anything like that, or is it coming through all fine?
They might be. I'm not getting it on my end, but I am having some low internet issues. It looks like where I'm not.
That's all right.
I can always drop off camera so there's less.
Well, as long as they can hear us. So.
Am I the only one that keeps picturing the scene in Big Trouble in Little China when they walk up, say they're from the telephone company, and they're just carrying a telephone to get into a place and nobody questions them?
I have not
wasn't,
seen
but
that.
that's
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need to start watching a lot of those older movies as well. Stuff like Shanghai
Company.
Noon,
Oh yeah.
Shanghai Nights. That was a good series.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of movies over on our channel, so you guys need to come and hang out and watch some movies.
Yeah.
We're also doing D&D. We have our next game on Monday, which is going to be fun.
Nice.
But I'm sorry, I interrupted you guys. Movies.
I was just gonna say, yeah, we do a lot of like bonus movies after the Godzilla stuff, or if somebody else wants to throw something up on other nights where.
Right. I fell asleep during the last Godzilla movie. It must not have been that great. I was sitting here, and I was watching, and I went over to the couch so I could listen, and I just crashed. So that's kind of why I fell off the chatting halfway through.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I've done that before.
I think. Yeah.
I was in. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you first.
I was in one of the chat rooms. I think not the silver screen or what's it called? Our room for
Peanut
movies.
gallery.
Yeah, silver screen. I was in there for 8 hours because I passed out once during a movie, and apparently everybody started again. I was still in there, completely passed out, didn't see anything, felt pretty bad. But I'm sorry, Tanner. Please go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think once I saw like all the rockets completely going over that one monster whose name I don't know, and it was just like, oh, okay, it's gonna be one of those. I just kind of laid down. That's all I was gonna say.
It's Anguirus.
Okay.
God bless you.
It's the name of the monster.
Oh,
Anguirus.
sneeze. Gotcha. Okay. Yes.
Still,
my
like
next
if
thing
somebody
was-
sneezes and you don't want to say God bless you because it might offend them, just say Godzilla.
Just
Yeah.
a chew is Men in Tights. We can watch that too.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that in forever. We gotta watch that one. Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm on the East Bank. I'm on the West Bank.
Yeah.
East Bank. I'm on the West Bank. I mean, we're not talking the mighty Mississippi here.
I haven't seen that in so long. We have to play that one.
God. I have so many lines going through my head from that movie.
Oh, there's so many good ones. There's Men in Tights, and then there's what's the other
Blazing
one?
Saddles.
I was gonna say,
Which is funny because
World.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I was watching someone play a video game and there was a fire that started and they got on a horse and I was like, oh, Blazing Saddles. It was literally last night, so it's funny that you say that. But
Django Unchained. That's another older movie we should watch.
That's not that old.
Older.
That's a good
okay.
movie. But it's not that old. But
It's not old, but it's fairly old. It's about to become a classic.
It hasn't been 20 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did that
Uh,
come out like 5,
12?
6 years ago? Or how long
Like
ago was it
10,
out?
maybe 10 years.
Oh,
Something like that.
Oh no, not a
It's still a
classic.
good movie.
Because classics are
15
what,
years.
25 years? Something like that.
Something like that.
I'm a classic.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Well, if it's 25 years, I just became a classic. So
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, just because it's 25 years doesn't mean that it's classic. Kevin said, "What version? What version of what? 2012 for Django Unchained. So it's about to get to 10 years.
Yeah.
okay, it's a lot newer than I thought.
That's what I was gonna say. I didn't think it was that old, but have we seen Attack the Block? I have not even heard of that.
Yeah, I don't know
I've
that
heard
one.
of it, haven't seen it yet.
I mean, I debated the blob fish, and blobs are kind of like blocks. Does that count?
No, because I've seen the
No.
Blob, and that's different. I think. Oh, Men in Tights.
Original or remake?
There was a remake of Men in Tights.
No, The Blob.
Oh, I think it was the remake. It's been a long time.
So the what?
But Men in Tights
what-
was.
Yeah, the what version on? He wants to know what version on of Men in Tights. I didn't know there was 2 version-ons.
Either did I. Let me see if it says. And I might have seen
there-
both of them because I've seen the movie a million times. But I'll see what version I own.
No, version
Might
on.
also be like
He
a
corrected it,
TV
but-
version versus like a theatrical version.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
And that's why I was saying like I might have seen both or whatever.
But is it the Schneider Cut?
Oh man, I do want to see the Schneider Cut.
Oh, that the way that's pronounced always gets me. Schneider.
No. Oh, you mean the actual Schneider?
Yeah. So
I
for those of you who don't know,
I didn't really like that movie enough to watch the Schneider Cut.
I didn't watch the Snyder Cut. I might sit through the Schneider Cut. As long as it's not if it's 4 hours long though. I don't know if I could deal with Robschneider for 4 hours.
I don't know if Rob Schneider can sit through 4 hours of Rob Schneider.
That is a
He
good
is-
question.
he is kind of a narcissist, so he probably could.
You can do it.
Schneider is the stapler. Derp de derp de derp de derp.
Rob Schneider is
Oh my God.
Superman and the Flash. He's also this guy. Just have
The
it
animal.
like one of those movies where he plays all the roles.
Right.
He's for some reason he's also Wonder Woman.
I'd watch that actually.
I probably would too.
Rob Schneider is the Justice League.
And the
I'd
villains.
love to see him as Wolverine.
Oh, the one I remember is Robin Hood Men in Tights, but it's the Jim Davidson piss take. I haven't. I don't
I
know
believe
about
that this is the wrong platform to discuss piss takes.
Yeah, you want to go over to Riley's channel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just have the normal Mel Brooks Robin Hood Men in Tights.
How about Jaws with Roy Schneider?
Rob Schneider is good and Big Stan. Oh, I love Jaws. Jaws is amazing.
Princess Bride is another one we have to watch.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got that.
Oh,
Have you
Aren't they doing it-
seen? Oh, go ahead, Tanner.
I was gonna say, aren't they doing a remake on it soon, or supposed to be?
I heard something about that, and then I totally
That's
blocked it out of my mind because why would you do a remake?
that's what I was just gonna say. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna totally destroy that movie. Like you can't make that one better.
Well, the thing
No.
is, some movies are fine for remakes, right? So many years
Mhm.
pass, the movie kind of falls a little bit into obscurity or whatever, or wasn't that good originally, and so you want to take that and kind of remake it and try and put it in the modern era or do something new with it. That's fine. I actually don't have anything against
Right.
remakes.
Like like monster movies, like the Godzilla type stuff.
Right.
To make it more realistic looking. Those are kind of cool to see
Or
remade, but like
or
that's just no.
yeah, or just try something new with it, or like I said, bring it into the modern era because sometimes it's so much time passes and technology changes and stuff. It's like, oh well, that's not scary anymore because I could just call somebody on my cell phone or something like that. And so you gotta refresh it and stuff like that to keep it alive, and that's fine. That's all good stuff. But
Or like something like The Last Starfighter is something that I think could be a good remake, especially with how gaming is now and everything else.
Yeah, I was gonna
that'd
say
be
like
an
really
interesting one.
classic sci-fi movies might be cool to be redone because again, you can do more like the CGI type stuff to make it very realistic.
Well, and
Um,
and, and it depends because sometimes that all that CGI and stuff would take away from it. I mean, look at Tron, right? The original's
Yep.
great, and it's
this
not
is
a
true.
remake, but the sequel, sure, it has all the CG and stuff like that, but that didn't make it better. And and,
Right.
and I'm not saying that what was it, Legends or whatever, was a terrible movie, but I still think the classic is better. But The Princess Bride is timeless. I mean, it doesn't need to be remade.
That
Um,
was what I was
It's
thinking
like
of when I said that Men in Tights would be a classic. I was thinking of the
yeah,
Princess Bride, which is a classic.
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and Carrie always put it best. I heard in one of his tweets he put out, there's a shortage of perfect movies out there. It'd be a shame to ruin this one.
Yes. I think it would be the same like if they were to try to redo like the never-ending story, that'd be another one that I think would
Yep.
just destroy like it would
Yeah.
destroy the franchise of it.
Now, if you want a more recent one that's Princess Bride esque, I would suggest Stardust was really good.
Seen that.
And
Still
and
gotta
it
see that.
yeah, and it's not a Princess Bride remake or whatever, but it's kind of a similar vein type fantasy story or whatever, and does a really good job of it.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll have to show the Princess Bride and Stardust one night, since it seems like
Nice.
some people haven't seen those.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
it's
forward.
almost like when you were talking about with like some of the Godzilla movies that we were watching, like, and then when it comes to the legend ones, it just kind of, it's missing like the heart of the
Yeah.
whole movie type thing, and so, remakes I think are kind of good sometimes, but then you watch one, it's like you're missing the whole point of what the movie was supposed to be.
Yes. I am looking forward to the new Dune that's coming out. And I'm hoping that they make a new video game adaptation of the old Dune games. Those were games that I grew up playing.
There probably will be new games. I don't think there'll be adaptations of the old one. They'll just be new things entirely.
Yeah. I like
Yes.
Dead Kennedy in Space did that video on Dune, and so it'll be interesting because I liked how he talked about the television series and then the movies and stuff like that, and how they kind of didn't do him justice at all. And so it'll be interesting how it comes out and what his thoughts on it are.
HE2 and I did and I think God's Auditor was there. If it wasn't God's Auditor, it was a couple other people. We did not your God, I'm sorry, your God Emperor, Big E, versus the God Emperor of Dune, which was an interesting discussion. And which one was a better God Emperor? And we're still missing our Australian friend.
Yeah, I thought I saw him on earlier. What's going on? Screw you,
He's
King Crew.
Uh,
Hey, Kingy.
Um,
hey, King.
Chase and I have been trying to do buy a movie once, buy one movie every week, and we've kind of been falling behind on watching them. We have Contact, bought that because that's a classic
Yeah,
to
that's
watch.
good.
So we're gonna watch Contact, and then he has never seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Oh man, I
and
haven't seen that in forever.
me neither. They made us watch it in middle school, so I actually saw it
Oh wow.
20 plus years ago,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's a great movie. I haven't seen it in so long, so when I heard he hasn't seen it, I bought it immediately so we can get that one going. So maybe tonight or tomorrow we'll be watching that one.
I was gonna say, if you're not doing those has like a date night, you should stream some of them.
Yeah, if I can figure out how to get well, I can plug the DVD player, I guess, into the tower and then just share screen,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so maybe that's what I'll do is we'll get it going and have some
Or
fun with that.
yeah, or if for whatever reason the DVD player won't plug into your tower, you should be able to use the same video capture device that you use for your
Right.
PlayStation.
Right.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, that'll be kind of fun. We'll definitely get that figured out, and we'll have to stream it here soon. I'll let you guys know, and I'll post into the Swordsmen Discord movie area and be like, hey everyone, come fly over the cuckoo nest with us and get pissed off at Nurse Ratchet.
So,
Oh man, yeah, it's been since high school, I think, since I watched that. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
hey, Microraptor.
Hello,
Micro.
Micro. Hello.
God, it might have been middle school when I saw it too. Because I'm trying to think
Yeah.
back. It's been ages.
You guys are all super old.
Yeah, it was one
Yes,
of
we are.
those
Maybe.
where I think it was in our social studies class where I was talking about how things were like ran in the past and asylums and stuff like that and other things, and so they ended up playing the movie, and they weren't saying like, oh, it's historical accuracy, but it's like this is how things were done sometimes. People with lobotomies and all that other shit where it's just damn.
I just want to tell Dora, if it wasn't people like Tanner and me who buy our movies, then you wouldn't get movies if everybody pirated them, because they wouldn't make money, and then they wouldn't make more. I mean, like that happens all the time with TV shows that get canceled because people aren't paying to watch them or whatever. They're not getting the viewing numbers that they want.
You wouldn't steal a car, right? Oh, that's
Not
dating
mine.
myself.
I mean, if stealing a car was like downloading a movie, I might steal a car.
And
I heard
Slim,
about a
it's
guy
good to see
who
you
went
here.
to a car dealership and used one of the test drives and took the car to do a bank robbery with, and then returned the car to a dealership.
One of my favorite commercials was one, and I forget what dealership it was for, but the guy's doing a test drive, and they get onto the highway, and he just turns to the car dealer, and he's like, "We're going to Vegas," and he's like, "No, we can't go to Vegas, Vegas," and he just sees him driving towards Vegas.
I like it's so stupid where it's like, test drive this car for a week, and it's like, that's so stupid. I would never want to buy a car from that place because it's like, test drive it for a week. You don't know if that person drove it to frickin' Timbuktu and back during that week time. Well, I really had to test it out. I put 5,000 miles on it, but I tested it out.
Yeah, a lot of those cars tend to do have tracking on them. Two, it's going to depends on how the dealership has it set up, but I wouldn't be surprised if they have like a week or a certain number of miles.
I was going to say probably miles. Yeah.
And they probably also have like your credit information and stuff like that beforehand. So, if anything happens, they are charging you just like you're renting it. It's probably only a test drive.
It's like the Jeff Foxworthy joke. It's like, getting a used car, you're not really sure you want to get a car that's been driven that hard by that many people. You don't really want to stick your key into it.
VinWiki actually, sorry, VinWiki talks about this quite a bit. So basically, they're an interview channel, and they do a lot of stuff like top 10 valet fails. And they were talking about someone who bought a used vehicle, and then returned it after they did a road trip. And this was before you couldn't, what was it? COVID, sorry.
He's struggling with the words today.
Yes, I am.
Words are
should be a little
hard.
obvious.
I'm waiting for
tired.
the 404 error code to go.
But that EXE stopped working.
And now I have Ferris Bueller in my head.
There you go.
Just run the car in reverse and it'll take off all the miles.
Right.
So there's VinWiki. I posted the whole piracy it's a crime thing in the live chat as well. For those of you who aren't American and don't know what I was talking about. And then I got distracted by needing to cough. So
Nice.
And then I made a very insensitive joke about COVID. So I do apologize for that.
What was the joke? You coughed and said COVID?
Yeah.
Oh
implying
no,
that
that's
I
so
had COVID.
insensitive.
How could you?
Ban foe. Oh, he passed it on to me. You hear me? I coughed. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh, he went away. The COVID took him.
I was gonna say we're censoring foe.
Oh my god. So we got some new people in the chat. Hello, Facty. Hello, Jin. Jinxie, I mean. Who else did we... I thought I saw someone else new in there.
That King Crew, never seen him around before.
You know,
he must be
you
pretty
didn't freak
new.
out when Dora showed up. I'm surprised.
That's another new name. And then there's there's Slim.
There's a freak up for you. Sorry. Go on.
Man, that's an awkward silence.
Yes, Facty. Some powerful remover. I don't know what you're talking about. I have zero clue what you're talking about.
And we've had a few of those now, and you haven't pointed them out, which kind of made me wonder if you're okay.
No, I'm really not. I'm running on. Let's see here. I got home at 2. I got up at 4:20. Blaze it. I'm running on 2.5 hours in the past day and a half. So I'm doing fantastic right now.
Yeah. Well, I just got my small cup of coffee right here. It's good stuff.
We might do another drunk flow stream soon.
Oh God.
For those who are really glutens for punishment.
Glutens.
Tanner, you need to do that thing where like one of you's holding the large cup and you go to hand it off to like Chase or somebody, and then you trigger it to him holding like a tiny cup.
Right.
Here you go. Beak. like a tea party cup or like a dollhouse teacup or something.
Yeah, Polly Pocket cup.
Well, that could be the thing too, or like Chase is holding it, and I'll be like, Chase, can you hand me that cup? And he's holding it like this, and he reaches up like he's handing it up to me, and then I reach down and grab it like he's super small or something.
See, I mean, you and Foe could do it. Like if Foe had one, you could be like,
Right.
Here you go, Foe, and like pass it to.
Right, pass it. Here you go.
No, the other side. The other side. Foe's on the other
Yeah, it
side.
has to be the other way.
No. Yep.
For me, how I'm looking, it goes that way.
Well, on the stream, because of how it is for me, it's the other way.
Oh, it's mirrored.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
And I'm,
Oh, look
yeah,
at that.
right.
It turned into a bottle of whiskey.
And Foe did it backwards too, so you're all wrong.
Oh yeah, because it is
Did I?
mirrored on the screen.
No,
My
he's on the
right.
other. He's on the other side for me, and
Oh, he's my
Phil-
other
Yeah.
right. Got it.
Yeah, yeah,
On the stream, yeah, you're on my right,
yeah.
but in the Discord, you're on my left. Technology's awesome. And
My-
oh, Little Wolf's already holding a cup of coffee.
yeah.
You just gotta.
Yep. I wish.
But it's orange. I gotta quick spray paint this orange.
No, it's
could
got to be
just-
pink for
Just use some
Right.
of your rocket paint.
There you go. Yep. I don't know why randomly he said pink, and it made me think about it's a random change of topic, very very random. It was Trans Awareness Day, I think is on Wednesday the 31st.
I was gonna
I
say,
think
was
the
that on
31st
April
was Wednesday?
1st? But I think it was on the 31st.
Yeah, it
Which-
was the 31st, and I think it's very cool. There was some legislation that was passed to allow trans people into the military again, which is awesome because, anyone who is willing to serve and able to serve, I think, should be allowed to serve. And I had a few friends who I don't want to say they didn't come out as trans, but they publicly announced. And I just want to congratulate my friends, if any of them are watching, because I know some of them will watch the stream later on. But congratulations to my friends or some of those people who are publicly announcing their true self and falling into their own.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
have some fairly strong
Yeah.
feelings on that. I do believe trans people should be allowed in the military, full stop. But I do not believe that they should be allowed in combat arms. Not anything against the people. Not against them coming out openly as being trans. It's just the fact that logistics already are extremely difficult for a combat unit. And you're not even guaranteed basic necessities such as ammunition and food, injections and other forms of hormones and whatnot are too difficult to get your hands on in a combat situation.
Just
And you
because
don't
they're
have enough room in
trans,
your rucksack. And, but there are ways that you can mitigate these. So with proper, what's the word? When technology advances to the point where it's smaller or, there's not as much needed. I'm not exactly sure what all goes into it myself.
I was gonna say, I
Right.
think you're missing something though straight off the bat there, Foe, because not everybody who is trans is currently undergoing hormone
That
therapy.
is true.
So
Right.
so just because you're trans doesn't mean that you're going to need extra equipment or supplies or something like that. And so
Yeah, and that's true. And I should have been more clear. People undergoing hormone treatments.
Yeah.
Nothing against them. Simply the
Right.
fact that it's impossible to guarantee the basic necessities of life, let alone
Right.
something more.
Yeah, Micro said it was International Transgender Day of Visibility. That's what it was. And yeah, I not 100% educated on trans people. I know a lot, and I know some of the things, but I would kind of agree with that aspect that if they are on hormones and they're in a combat situation where they're unable to be on their hormones, that could be a not so fun situation for them. And so I could agree and see in that area. Like I'm not educated on enough to know, but I do know that if you were on hormones and to stop your hormones, it probably wouldn't be the best thing. But like Micro says, cis people have medication too. But I'm sure the same thing though, Micro, is I'm sure that there's people who might have to be on certain medications that probably won't be in certain combat situations because of those medications if they're not supplied. So that would be the only argument that I would quasi agree with on that aspect.
Yeah, if there's
I personally would not want to see a trans person not be able to get their hormones because of a combat situation.
And again, it's not against the people. It's
Right.
simply logistics.
Right.
It's too difficult as is.
Yeah.
I would say if there's a medical reason for why they can't do it, just the same as any other person, then that's fair. But
Right.
just because they're trans or whatever, it also depends. I
I
mean,
agree with you.
on how they will act if they have to go an extended time without their hormones.
Right.
Is that something that they can deal with, right? Like now, if there's problems that happen where that would cause problems, sure, that's a legit reason. If it wouldn't actually cause much problems, but might slow the transition or stop things like that, and they're willing to deal with that, then I don't see how that's a problem.
Right.
I
Right.
agree wholeheartedly. And Slim is saying that they could work in an office or not just out in the field. I agree 100%.
Right. And
Um,
that's what we're
my
saying.
the only little hang up that I have is it's the logistics portion of combat arms. So tankers, engineers, combat engineers specifically, combat medics that are assigned to an infantry platoon or another one of those, SF guys, rangers, direct combat individuals.
Right.
Jinx is throwing shade your way. He said if logistics was easy, we'd call it tactics.
No, that's exactly my point.
Right. But that's where like I said, I would agree to an extent on that. It would I guess it would be person to person basis if
Yes.
they're on hormones and not being able to have access to their hormones will cause things, either mental problems or even physical issues or something like that, then yeah. But if they're willing to say like I'm willing to stop hormones if they're not able to get to me to the front lines, I'm willing to stop it if it means fighting for my country, or something like that.
Wholeheartedly agree.
My thing is, if you can do the job and you're willing to do the job, you should be allowed to do the job.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Yep.
if you meet all the requirements, physical, mental,
Mhm.
education, whatever, for whatever the job is, military, non-military, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Then you should be able to try to go for it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't disagree. The physical aspect is the most important, and I'm not saying you have to be jacked. I'm a extremely thin guy, and I was able to do the job. Physically, I mean, like with getting your medications.
Right.
I know very few people who've been able to deploy while they're on antidepressants, even.
I was gonna say, while I'm not gonna disagree that the physical is very important, you need to physically be able to do your job, obviously.
Yes.
I would say the mental is a little bit
mental.
more important. And I'm not saying mental as in like being smart, but you have to be able to mentally deal with what you're going through and be able to be somewhat stable. I mean, obviously, like war affects all of us, but if you can't handle that, that's going to cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, but the military really doesn't care about your mental state after you get out. They just care about now, here, and now.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, but that's not a good thing.
No, that is not. That's one of the reasons why there's 22 veterans a day that kill themselves. It's one of the reasons why veterans are part of the most depressed part of American society. And I would even go so far as to say it's the same in other countries as well, where most of your veterans are fairly depressed. And it's simply because you get into such a regimented mindset. This is the time you wake up. This is the time you eat. This is when you work out. This is when you go to work. This is when you get home from work.
No.
That, once you get out, you don't have any of that. Your entire life is flipped on its head. And thank you, Bella. I am very excited for that. I talked a little bit about what it is, but I did not. I didn't give any
Yeah. Bella,
solid information.
He's getting very excited to receive your package, is what he's saying.
Giggity.
Little Wolf is doing pretty good with where he's at because dogs are allowed in the military and they do a very good job. Now,
Yes.
I don't know how much of a need they have for sled dogs, but you may have a career.
Hey, I mean, we've got troops in snowy areas, so you know.
But sled dogs.
A Microraptor wants to see my. Oh,
As long as
wait,
I
wrong
don't
package.
polish any ejectors, I'm okay.
Hey, no Nathan stuff on this channel. So
Oh, I was hearing about
Sorry,
that.
Micro, I tried.
He was trying to show his stuff to MCTune or something.
yeah,
No, he tried to get on MCTune's debate naked, and he sent dick pics to Jail Warren.
No, he got MCTune invited him onto one of the streams. I forget what they were talking about, something going on with Nathan. And
Recently?
yeah, this was
Yeah.
like Tuesday. And MCTune brought him on so that he could give his side of it or whatever. And he just stood up in front of his camera and started he took off his shirt and started unzipping his pants and Tune like just kicked him from the call.
He noped him the fuck out.
Yeah. But it was just like he didn't say anything. Or just started stripping.
Why?
Did the team get pictures of him too?
Jail,
Maybe.
I believe. Just jail.
Just
Team doesn't really talk about that because he's not trying to throw shade. He's done with all of the drama. He's just he noped out.
Is there other people that he was sending pictures to as well aside from just JL? Because I thought he's been like sending it to a couple people now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I believe Irish Demon.
Oh, okay.
Dora, that is specifically what's the dude's name? Volcanoes aren't real.
Oh, Joey.
Joey
Rocha.
Yeah.
19 pack. Wait, that's an odd number. That means like you just have the bar at the bottom where like below the belly button it didn't split.
That's Joey Rocha specifically. He claimed he had a 19 pack.
Maybe a 19 pack of beer.
Yeah, I mean some people's kids.
Yeah, Slim's asking if anyone has the timestamp or could find the timestamp of NCTune's channel where he was trying to do that. I'll go back and watch it.
Could, but I'm too lazy to do.
I was gonna say,
like,
could we?
If we
yes, very easily. Are we going to? Like, no.
or someone just say like if it was halfway during the stream, early part of the stream, later part of the stream, or something like that.
I can't remember.
Team did get the pick as well. Yeah, I was gonna say because on Cookie and Biscuit they were saying that Team got it. So.
Team did the pick. That means that Team also sent dick pics to Jail Warren.
Oh, okay. I mean, he does like his meat tube.
He does.
Interesting.
Somebody might have clipped it. I don't know, Slim.
Sending it to Jail Warren. It's getting spirited.
Now Dora's saying it wasn't MCTune stream. Whose stream was it on then?
I could have sworn it was.
Or was this multiple people? He's probably tried doing this multiple times. Yeah. Because I'm sure I don't have a YouTube channel. People don't like me, so now I got to try to get everyone else's channel shut down like I did with.
They got halfway. I don't think that's what Slim was talking about. He might have been dual streaming with Team at the time. So that might
Hopefully
be why.
They didn't cross streams.
Oh.
I think they were in parallel, so we're all good there.
It was when MCTune and Team were together at Team's house.
Yeah. They had a sleepover.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm assuming that Nathan's probably thinking that the strategy is, well, I got Irish Demon shut down from being on his live stream and talking all sorts of smack that I'm going to try to get other people shut down now. So.
It was Tuesday, either MCTune or Team Skeptic. I don't know where it was. I thought it was on the MCTune one, but maybe it was either a dual stream or maybe they re-showed it during the MCTune one.
it could have been like you said, because MCTune was down in Texas. So MCTune could have been streaming, but people maybe thought it was a team stream because it was at Team's house.
Yeah. And,
Yeah,
and they
so-
both did a stream that day. So Team did a stream and then MCTune did a stream. And I don't know if they dual streamed it, but I think they just both did a stream.
Dual stream.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
let me. Oh, that's right. Team doesn't keep his live videos on his channel anymore.
Nope, he
Some-
gets rid of them after they're done.
Yeah,
I
some
forgot
of them he keeps, but most of them he doesn't.
Right. So
Like the second debate I was supposed to have with Feral Man, who didn't show up. Team did not keep it. It's unlisted right now. And he does that with most of his live streams now, where he just unlists it because it's just him sitting in front of a camera and rambling, which is a lot of fun.
I was gonna say though, as somebody who sometimes needs to just fill dead air, like some of those streams are good to put on as background noise.
Oh, absolutely. I'll typically watch the debates when I'm doing something else, just to have in the background. So recently, what I've been doing is setting up my gunsmithing area down in my basement. So I'm gutting my basement right now, basically getting rid of everything I have down there, setting up my workbench and stuff like that. While I'm doing that, I'll just throw on a MCTune debate or something,
Nice.
or just one of Team's old streams.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, I'm going through YouTube to try to find it. So I'm looking at subscriptions. I'm like, where the hell is MCTune on my subscriptions? He should be there. And I'm on the Swordsman channel. But here, I'm going to post the link. This is Tuesday Night Live, where MCTune is he's at Team Skeptics. I'm assuming this is the stream that everyone is talking about.
Yeah, so just watch all of that, Slim, and somewhere in it you'll see Nathan stripping.
Right.
It's
And-
quite disturbing.
And then let's see.
I think I was doing something else at the same time because I think
Somewhere.
I just kind of looked over and was like, "What the hell is going on?" And then saw Tune like closing it. I was like, "Okay, that was weird."
Oh my god.
It was such a nice Christian channel until they got Red's rhetoric on there, and then it just went to shit.
Yeah.
All right, so Team does keep his. He just doesn't have them like public. So Bella said that he has a playlist, and so yeah, I do see his playlist here of the things. Doesn't look like Tuesday he was live. It was for MCTunes.
Now, I mean, if someone wants to donate $100 to Foe so I can buy a new battery and a new pack for my taser, I'll tase Team with a taser, prongs and everything. Team obviously has to consent to that.
So Slim
Technically,
says
Team has to consent to it.
maybe they cut it out. So was it that stream or was it a different one? Tune
It-
did the second stream.
Yes.
It was definitely that stream. They
It
might
was-
have cut it out. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
either. Because honestly, nobody really wants to watch Nathan Thompson anymore.
Yeah.
That ship has sailed, capsized, and sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
And like I said, it's not like he discussed anything or like they were having a debate or something like that. He brought him on to defend his side or whatever. Nathan just said nothing and started stripping, and so Tune kicked him. So it's not like it added anything to the show. But you might ask Tune or Team if they have the recording of it if you want it, Slim, because they might have a backup of it.
I don't
Oh
know
my
why
God.
you would want it.
Well, Cookie and Biscuit could probably do a really good takedown on that.
Oh, yes.
That might be a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I just realized how bloodshot my eyes are.
Just a bit.
I'm quite tired.
Oh Lord.
Slim,
That's
I mean,
all right.
if you want to get tased, I guess I can tase you because Microraptor's volunteering you.
You got bloodshot eyes, and I have pink stained lips.
Giggity, I guess.
Yeah. I ain't gonna tell you why. You
Oh.
might have. You might have
Slim
to go
found
to
it.
Slim's channel to find out why, but
Something I'm excited about. I'll be right back.
I don't know.
wow, there he goes.
Sleeping's for the
These
dead,
little-
Kevin.
Hold on. I gotta yell at my dog. He's licking the couch for some reason.
What did you put on the
I just
couch?
scared the shit out of him. He just jumped like hell when I did that.
What did you put on the couch, Tanner?
I don't know. He's got like little sores on his. He's getting old and he's been rubbing them, and so I think like when he lays down, like the sore gets on the couch and then he starts licking at it. Now he looks all depressed and mad.
I'm about to make Team really jealous with this.
Okay,
This is a real meat tube right here.
that looks like a meat package.
I was gonna say that's not a meat tube. That's like a meat block.
This is prime rib that I just bought today. Spent way too much money on it.
Looks
but
like prime red.
I actually call prime rib. So, but I went to a butcher shop today. Scott's Meats here in Muskegon. I bought a actual rack of ribs, straight from a cow. And I'm excited. I bought about 50 pounds of meat, spent way too much money on all of it. But I just got my smoker, so I'm going to be smoking all of this tonight. So this is going to be getting thawed, and then I'm going to be throwing it on my smoker.
No, Jinx, a real meat tube is something I got for you if you ever come visit Minnesota.
Oh.
Ching.
Speaking of which, I have to start defrosting, so I'll be right back.
Be frozen.
It's gonna be like that cup trick earlier, where it switches from the large cup to the small.
Right. So, I like
It looks-
micro where. Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say I like micro says clip that audio of foe and use it with the penis. So someone clip the audio, and if they can take out the meat and then put like a big like that American Challenge dildo.
Yeah. No, just go all the way and just go. What? There was what was it? Dragon, something dragon, bad dragon. Put a bad dragon there. Just
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That thing. Dora, when is the meat party? The meat party is going on right now. There's 4 tubes of meat right here. When the tips touch.
Well, there's 3 tubes and a red rocket.
Listen, I ain't touching tips with any of you.
Too late.
That's Steve. That's part of that pact.
Nope, too late.
You're a backup
here now.
swordsman.
Yep, and the thing is, you can try to deny that you've already done it, but we know it's already happened.
A few times,
So,
in fact.
Look,
yeah.
I don't know how I got dragged into being the cameraman for this weird thing, but
I mean,
but I'm not joining in. This isn't one of those where the cameraman joins in. All right,
on your face is burned into my noggin right now.
Oh, I
Me
burned
or-
something into your noggin. All right.
Yeah, you will, and it's gonna get filmed.
No.
He was trying to make it talk by
No
using his
evidence.
ears. Hello, guys. How's it going? And we were laughing at him. We were like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, well, if we're going to touch tips, we might as well blow kisses at one another.
We're walking.
Oh man, if you guys could get monetized, it would be gone.
Well, we're still 1,000 subscribers short of having 1,000 subscribers, so
That's not true, foe. We are only 919 subscribers short.
took you a little bit to do that math, but yes, you're correct.
I'm
You know why
still
we're all
waking
laughing
up.
so hard? Because y'all know you took it before and went, no. You know everyone thought it at some point.
I took a permanent marker and everything.
Per market, I got a tattooed face.
I was gonna got tattooed.
So not gonna lie. One of the guys, when I was in the army, had a Pikachu tattooed on his dick. And he would go to the bar, and he would say, "I'll bet you a blowjob that I have Pikachu tattooed on my dick." And he won every time because nobody believed him.
Oh my god. I'd be like, nope, that's okay. I'll trust you.
And no, that's when you have drunk people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll take that bet. You don't have that. He did.
Dear Lord.
Oh, it only
Bathroom in my
shows
place.
81. Did you just subscribe, Kevin?
Oh, Micro, again, that ship has sailed, capsized, and sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
Again, we
Foe has
blame
been
Tiny
canceled.
Captain.
No FOMO.
Slim, do you have a tattooed face on that? Do you make it talk? Do you marionette it?
Oh.
I have that weird show puppetry of the penis in my head.
I was going to say something, but it would have gotten me canceled by Micro. So I'm not going to say it.
What was the bet? Giving or receiving the BJ?
Obviously receiving.
Giving.
Who was he doing the tattoo? Was it mostly guys? Was it women? Was it both?
I mean, we mostly went to gay bars. So
well, there you go.
We had most of our drinks paid for us, and that's why we went.
Well, of course, you go to a gay bar and you'd be like, "Hey, I got Pikachu on here, blowjob." The guy would have done it whether or not he had Pikachu on there. Like, Pikachu,
Fair.
what do I care?
I was drug along, so I just went to drink. Okay, fine. Micro wants me to say it. It gives a whole new meaning to a blood eagle.
Oh. Hey, Tanner, do you know what a Jacob's ladder is?
I think yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew somebody who had one and would like to tell people. I was like, God, I don't want to hear about that.
No, right. Jacob's ladder, no. Those look painful.
I don't even know.
It is.
Nope, not going to go into it on the stream. Not going there.
If it can make Tanner cringe.
Yeah, no. I used to have 22 piercings, but none of them were below the waist, nor would anything ever go below the waist. More power to you if you do.
Yeah, this guy would say, I forget how many he had. It was like 15 or 17, something like that. He's like, and at least half of them are below the waist.
Oh God!
I have no piercings. I've never had piercings, and I don't intend on getting them.
I'm with you, Fo.
Personally, I don't feel that they add anything to my life. But the people who do have piercings, more power to you.
Yeah. See, for me, my piercings are no different than my tattoos. They all have meaning or something behind it. So like I used to have my hips pierced. I had what they called skin divers, where went underneath and came out. So it was like kind of like my dermals up here, except there was a barbell. And for me, it was when my dad had cancer and he was going through everything was in his abdomen. And so when he passed on, I don't know why, I just figured like I symbolized the pain he had to go through by having the piercings down there, and I liked them, and so that's what I did. So
and that's great reason to get piercings. Yeah. And even if you don't really have a piercing and you just want one, that more power to you.
Right.
For me, my tattoos are symbolic of things that I've done. Other than this one was a barracks tattoo that I was super drunk and just said, "Hey, $50 and give me a tattoo." I got a tattoo. It wasn't very good, but I got a tattoo. But my other one, this is from when I was an EMT. So this is the Star of Life, the 6 tenets of EMS. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. So the 6 tenets of EMS, and the rod of Clesa something or another. It's the rod with the snake around it.
Hey, and it's the right one.
And it's the right one. I got this when I was an EMT. And I'm going back through that schooling later this year. My license kind of ran out, so
Yeah.
can't really be an EMT while not having a license. But
Oh,
Right.
and just to answer Dora real quick, no, not the electric device to get high voltage. That is not what we're talking about. Though, I mean, I guess you could use it for that. I don't know why you'd want to.
I'm already lost. I forgot what we were talking
Jacob's
about for
ladder.
that area. Oh yes. No. No. That would not be a pleasant time.
No, not at all.
wow, Slim, you have
Why does he
250
walk around with
tattoos.
D-cell batteries in his pocket?
Tanner sucking on his penis. Personal electronic nicotine inhalement system.
Yep. Hell yeah. Yeah, 250 tattoos. That's crazy. I see. What would you consider a tattoo? Is it a one-time sitting or is it something individual? Because like I have 12 stars that go across my chest, starting from 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4 point star. I got it in one sitting. So would that be considered one tattoo, or would that be considered 12 individual tattoos?
I would say it would depend because some single tattoos take multiple sittings because of the level of detail or if they have to add
Right.
color or something like that. And sometimes if you're getting smaller tattoos, you can get multiple tattoos in a single sitting. So it would depend. I would say like just because it's not connected, if the theme of it is all supposed to be tied together or whatever, it might be considered one. It's one of those things where I think it's more on you.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. 'Cause, like,
Slim said he is inked from forehead to between the toes. That must have been extremely painful.
Ooh. Yeah,
he's got some
especially
sweet-ass
between the
tattoos.
toes. Oh. Like the tender
Your
areas
feet
like
have
that.
a
Yeah.
lot of nerve endings, so that could not have felt good.
Yeah, well, and areas like between fingers and stuff, I would think would hurt. Like that, and where it's straight on bone is, I know, like
Yes.
really painful.
So Tony asks if this is the rod. I can't pronounce the word, but yes, that is.
Asclepius.
This
I
in
believe.
Greek mythology symbolized doctors, basically.
Yeah.
And so EMS, we didn't have our own symbol when we started out whatsoever. EMS started as ambulance people who threw the person on a stretcher and then went to the hospital. That changed in the late 60s. Emergency came out, and that was the start of actual medicine as we know it for EMS. That was the start of pre-hospital care. And California passed a bill to allow firefighters to perform basic medical tasks. And it was basically everything that happened within the first 10 minutes of an emergency room. And it happened on scene. And they show a lot of stuff that is not authorized anymore, like precordal thumps, where you take your fist and you slam it into somebody's chest. And there's a lot of poor depictions of medicine in that show. At the time, it was all standard practice. But later, they realized that firefighters that were trying to manage fires and treat patients were not a good idea. So they had a branch of the fire department that was the rescue department, and they would they would respond to all the medicals. They would respond to all the traumas, the car crashes, industrial accidents, and they were trained firefighters. But their primary job was not to fight fire, and we see that later on in an emergency where there's kind of that split between the firefighters and the paramedics. I'm sorry, this is something I'm a little passionate about, so I'll leave you guys to talk about the rest.
Whoa.
There's a Steuben that's here.
There is an upside down swordsman who entered the
Drunk
chat.
man.
All right,
That is
time to
here
end the
for the-
stream.
That right? I was gonna say that's here for the last 13 minutes of our show. Stevan, how? Oh,
Oh,
there
he left.
there he goes.
Oh, so he jumps out.
Wow, what a dick! I was gonna be all nice and be. Now he's back. Stevan, the spotlight is on you, buddy. You have to run the show for the last 13 minutes that we're on. Yep, seems about right. Good Stevan show right there.
All right, and
All
Oh
right.
wow, it's already been 75 minutes, and I
Yeah.
Lord.
Figure out your microphone.
so two snakes is the staff of Hermes,
Yes.
the messenger, but the staff is actually the staff of lies and deceit,
yes.
which is great because lawyers use it.
Lovely. Go figure.
Yeah. Asclepius, I think is how you pronounce the name. I might be off on that. It's been a while. Yeah, is medicine because he was. I don't think he was the god of medicine, but he was a healer in Greek mythology.
He gave humans the knowledge of healing, which at the time was,
Yeah.
hey, here's a leech, put it on your dick.
Well, or you know,
There it works.
or a hole in
look
your
at
head to relieve migraines.
All right,
Yeah, or
he's-
that.
He's alive, guys. He's got the show for the last 11 minutes now.
Okay.
All right. Well, on that note, see you guys.
Bye.
Steven,
Oh,
Me
that
too.
happens.
Steven.
What?
Steven,
Speak.
speak.
Steve.
It's your turn to shine, buddy.
I am talking.
No, you're not.
No, you're really not.
You've said like 3 words.
I am
I
talking.
am talking. Great show, guys. Words of wisdom.
I just
from
woke
our
up.
God, Stevis.
You just woke up?
Yeah.
Did you make the tip of your penis talk?
No.
Oh, come on. You were there. We all saw it. Surf has the video.
Hello, guys. How's it going?
Right.
And Tanner, we're having a full-blown conversation.
Right.
Hey, you can learn a lot by tasting urine, Tony.
So many images in my head right
I just like it was dead quiet, and all of a sudden you hear me. Hey!
Welcome to the Swordsmen, where the rules are made up and the conversations don't matter.
It reminds me of the old Harry Carey episodes that Will Ferrell used to do on Saturday Night Live. He's like, hey, hey Norman, if you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself? I know I would.
So I think next week we need to drag Nickel on here, and me and Nickel need to debate the new Godzilla movie.
Ooh, yes. I do want to host a couple debates on this channel, actually. But I am just one swordsman, and there are 3 others, so...
Yep. Is Nickel saying that the movie is fantastic or what?
He really enjoyed it. He's watched it 5 times. At
Oh
least...
dear Lord, he's debating all of us then.
Yeah.
No. It's got to be 1-on-1. Otherwise, it's just a dog pile. And I know some of you are into that, but
It is 1-on-1. It is 1-on-1. One channel of the 4 swordsmen and one of Nickel 7.
Yeah, one.
Oh,
fucking-
God, that's-
Yeah.
I can be impartial. I have no strong feelings either way. The movie did some things really well, and the rest terrible. So I will definitely moderate that.
He's scared to debate. He
now.
wants to back
It's
out
a
already.
dog pile.
It's a dog pile.
Oh God.
He'll fluff quit before it even starts.
It's a doggy style? Wait, what? Oh, wrong platform. I'm sorry. This isn't P-Hub.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't wear platforms.
But you can.
Might make you taller. You'll be Big Wolf
Yeah.
then.
Don't need to be taller.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
to
like
help
just
yourself
where I
out
am.
less.
Now the question is, are we going to have goodbyes today, or am I just going to end the stream randomly?
Oh, I don't
Bye,
know
bye,
because
bye,
you
pets.
know you normally end the stream randomly anyway.
I'll just say my goodbye now.
Yeah, right. Check out our channels and stuff. Okay, bye. Well, we could go around the
You just
room. I
ended
mean,
anyway.
let's have Steve Ann speak up here.
I was gonna say, let's start with Steve because he's been here for so long.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I'm still doing Final Fantasy, which I haven't done in the last week. Sorry, Nickel, Shane, and everyone else that's been watching that.
You should be sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I know, right? I did explain to him when I have beer, I usually don't play role-playing games, but I'm out of beer this week, so I'll be back into it. Other than that, there's ain't fucking shit happening here.
Well, you shouldn't be fucking shit anyways.
What are you doing?
If anyone wants to come give us all a heap of shit, feel free to do that over on Aliens channel every Friday night.
Nice. All right. I'll go next, I guess. I didn't put anything out this week. I've been kind of busy. I've been rearranging the house, moving some things around, and so hopefully this week I get something out. That's why I didn't live stream on Wednesday for anyone who was wondering. Didn't put anything out as far as created stuff, but hopefully this week I'll be back into it. And go subscribe to Slim Living Cyborgs channel because
Yes.
Biscuit and Cookie do a show every Saturday at 12 Central Time, which would be 5 p.m. UTC.
Slim is a very close friend of the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, yeah.
Little Wolf?
Wait, who is it?
Oh.
I know who Slim is, of course I do.
Wow.
Slim is amazing. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen with me. I mean, like I said, just for some reason I haven't felt anything like creatively jump out at me and say, hey, let's do a quick video on this, because usually that's what happens with me. It's like something out of the blue will just pop up into my head. It's like, okay, I'll talk about it. But for like the last week, I've been kind of watching Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes, Goosebumps
I
episodes.
love
That's
Are You Afraid
great.
of the Dark?
And The Haunting Hour. And I just got about 25 episodes of Doug, so maybe
Nice.
something in there will jump out at me.
Wait, so I'm sorry, what was the second one you said? The Haunting Hour?
Yeah.
So you've been
That's,
around Johnny's channel then?
I don't know. I've been into that stuff before he even thought energy was a thing. So
Yeah.
That was a joke. I was implying that Johnny O is haunting.
I was slimed long before he was.
Ooh, kinky.
Shiggity. Mute, what about you? What do you have going on?
I don't know. Nothing. We are showing Godzilla vs. Megalon tonight in about... Oh, what time is it? About 6 hours.
6 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is that the one with the Jet Jaguar?
Yes. Yes. So
I'm actually getting really into these Godzilla movies.
Yeah, and we're almost done. So Godzilla vs. Megalon is going to be tonight in about 6 hours. Tuesday is Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Thursday is the Terror of Mechagodzilla, which is the last one that was filmed in the Showa era, and then Destroy All Monsters, which, although was filmed in late 60s, is the last in the series. So that'll be next week, and then we're done. And I'm thinking of doing Marvel movies next. So I have all 3, 4 phases, however you want to count it. So I'm thinking of going through all of those. I might also do a showing of WandaVision, and Winter Soldier at some time because I have Disney Plus. So we'll see how that works out. What kind of schedule that's on. But
Oh yes, that WandaVision, the Wanda that has vision. That's
yes.
right. We talked about that
No,
last
God,
week.
not again.
Microraptor versus Godzilla. That'd be good. So,
I'd
folks,
watch
Microraptor does want to see us all in drag. I could be convinced to do that. I've never done drag in my life. So
It's
it
just
would.
gotta talk to my
I have,
brother.
I'll
He
do it
has a
again.
picture of me in a geisha dress, so.
yeah. That's why I feel
I-
very weird with my face fully shaved. I don't like when I'm
Oh.
fully shaved.
I was gonna
I
say
value my beard.
I might be able to be talked into a wig and dress. The makeup though, I don't like makeup on my face.
So
Because I've done like the Halloween face stuff.
here's what I'm willing to do. I won't shave my beard, but I will get into a schoolgirl outfit.
There are some bearded drag queens out there that are phenomenal.
I was gonna say, are you gonna be like
Yeah, I'm not
Romero's Joker, where he
Mm.
kept his mustache because he wouldn't shave?
Yeah,
Just paint
basically.
over it.
Yeah. Just what
So-
you do is you do like a purple glitter or sparkle in there.
Ooh, I
We'll
could do
just
that.
cake foundation over it.
Right. So anyways, go on.
So, I mean, schoolgirl outfit, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
As far as I'm willing to go for now, because I don't want to get rid of my beard.
Dora says bearded cheerleader. Bring it on. Ah, that's a movie with cheerleaders, isn't it?
It has the makings of American Pie all over it.
Yeah. So what else you got going on? Or
Monday, this is my buddy's thing that we're doing in the Swordsmen. I organized it, but he's the one running it. We have D&D at 6:30 p.m. EST. Other than that, I'm going to be on Demon's channel and probably AT2's after this.
AT2's
my
not
project-
doing any streams today.
Oh, no streams? Okay.
Yep.
Then I
but-
will not be on AT2. I have my project that I'm doing for Team Skeptic, and I will be delivering it in person after I have my COVID vaccination on Tuesday.
cool.
Awesome.
The VA is doing walk-ins, and right now it's looking like I'm going to get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, so I'm pretty excited. It's one shot, one and done. Up to a week, then I'm immune to, well, not immune, but
Good to
I have
go.
my
Yeah.
COVID vaccine. I'm good to go.
I think the thing is 2 weeks, though, just to let you know.
It's probably 2 weeks. I'll have to double check.
Yeah.
And other than that, I really don't have anything going on. I'm cleaning my basement so I can start doing my videos, my gunsmithing videos and whatnot. The history. So for those of you who don't know, I'm planning a series, the history of all the firearms that I currently own, other than stuff that I built. That'll be a completely separate thing. I just need the proper setup. Here, I can't really do it very well because some of my firearms would not fit into the frame. So,
And
I
what
want
he
to be
means
able to
by
do
clean
proper.
his basement is he means he bleached his asshole.
That's a
Do you
thing.
like that one?
Check our OnlyFans for me actually doing that.
So,
Mute
awesome.
filmed it and everything. He wasn't always behind the camera, so there was a couple awkward phrases where there's some noises that you really can't see because he kind of tilted the camera on accident. But
Did you try to make it seem not so awkward by going, "Hey there, the guy"?
I do that myself anyway. I'm such an awkward person. I need someone to talk to every once in a while.
Anyway, all right, cool. Well, then we good?
We just need to buy you a hand puppet that you can name Mr. Hat.
That's my fleshlight.
Oh, there it is.
Mr. Socko.
His fleshlight is a Mister. Y'all heard it here first.
Next up, I'm coming for you, Tanner.
You'll have to fight Chase.
Yep, that'll be a hell of a fight.
Fight of the
Cage
youngins.
fight, I'm
All
down.
right. So, all right, cool. Then let's all
Putting
say
my money
goodbye
on
and start
Chase.
everything. I would too. Um,
Bye, guys. Just in case mute
Yeah.
cuts it.
right. Bye.
Bye-bye,
See ya,
Wickets.
everybody.
And now, just to pause a real long time to make this awkward.
Uh,
I need more
like
liquor for
nothing's
this.
ever wrong.